I'm sure I'm not the only one who's a little bit freaked out to realize that Christmas is only a few weeks away. If you are new here, hi, I'm Emily. I am an organisation nerd and creative play enthusiast. I like to make videos about motherhood, minimalism and Montessori. We are here to look at our Christmas gift guide for 2023. Now, we tend to not go too crazy with gifts. Our kids have more than enough and they also get more than enough, both from us and from other family and friends as well. So with that in mind, we are sticking to something they want, something they need, something to wear, something to read and something to share. But even with that in mind, we still seem to end up with a lot of things. So anyway, I'm going to show you what we've picked out for our preschooler, who's nearly 5, our toddler, who's 2.5, and our baby, who will be 1 tomorrow. All right, let's kick off. So I'm going to start with the something they want category, and I'm going to start with Violet, who is nearly 5, and she is getting a baby born doll. Look, I'm in two minds about this because, you know, it is quite plasticky. Doesn't really suit my aesthetic as much as this sort of hectic bright pink is going to suit hers, but she really wants a doll that opens and closes its eyes and all of the functions that come with this doll. And with that in mind, it's still not noisy or battery operated, so I'm on board with that. 2 of my sisters had baby born dolls growing up and they loved them, and I remember us as a group having a lot of play with them. I think she's going to love it. I don't know when the clothes got so tacky. I remember them being cuter in the past, but I also think that this doll will fit some of her other dolls' clothing as well. Now, Freddie is 2.5 and he is an absolute speed demon on his scooter. He has a hand-me-down scooter from a friend that has just been thrashed beyond oblivion at this point. So we decided that for him, it was necessary to get a new scooter. This is the Globber. It is a 3-wheeled scooter. The wheels light up, which is not something that I care about, but I think he'll enjoy. It has the extendable handle. It's quite heavy, which I was a bit surprised by, and it has the lean to steer function. It also folds, which is handy for putting it in the car or in our cargo bike. He's gonna be super excited to have a new scooter, and we will see if his little red scooter has any life left in it to pass on to another kid. And then for Lincoln, now Lincoln, he's still a baby. He doesn't even crawl. And there's nothing that he really wants. So for him, I picked out this little wagon. This is by Green Toys. We have lots of Green Toys bath toys because they're wonderful. They're super durable. They don't get gunky. They don't perish or crack. And I just thought this is going to be something that's very cute for him to push along, to crawl along with, or to pull along once he starts walking. It can be indoor or outdoor. It's little, it's light, it's simple. I think it's going to get a lot of play both from him and his siblings. With the exception of a few special items, stuffed toys and dolls, we generally hold the view that all of our toys are family toys and they're played with together. Kids obviously get turns with individual toys and they're not expected to share while they're in the middle of something, but they don't get to just insist that all the toys in our house belong to them. Next up is something that you need, and for each child, for something that you need, we have got these little rechargeable headlamps. We have done a few camping trips in recent years and we have at least 1 or 2 more planned early next year. So these are kind of just a fun way to buy into that and to give them a little bit more excitement around that. So for Lincoln and Freddie, we have this little dinosaur print. I have no idea whether Lincoln will be big enough to actually wear this yet, but if not, that's fine. It can just stay in its packaging until he is. And then for Violet, just little rainbows and tents on it. They're super cute. They're supposedly USB rechargeable and you've got a few different color modes for that. So that's something that is quite practical. It's small, it doesn't take up much space, but they're gonna get a lot of fun out of it. It's something to wear, kept it really simple because none of them need more clothes. Pajamas. In the Bonds sale, I just got the sleep sets. These are just a star print. They are a t-shirt and shorts. They are very gender neutral. They're bright and fun, and I really kind of love having them in matching PJs no matter the season. We have also got sets of these coming, well, hidden away for a couple of cousins as well so that they can all match. For read, a book for each child. So starting with Baby Lincoln, we have Oh Dear by Rod Campbell. We have had a couple of Rod Campbell books for Christmas in previous years. We've got Dear Zoo and Noisy Farm, and they are still a hit. We will try and put chameleon stickers on this and record it prior to giving it to them for Christmas so that they can read them from the start straight away. Again, books will be read by the whole family. It's just We do give them to individual children, but they don't belong to them as such. For Freddie, the very clever bear, we call Freddie Bear, we always have. And we have all of the other books in this series. So when I spotted another cute rhyming book about the bear, that was very obviously going to be a pick for Freddie. For Violet, Boss of Your Own Body. Now, I think this is a really good book because it does start teaching those early lessons of body autonomy and consent. However, for our very strong-willed person, I also really love that this book tells you a lot of things that you are not the boss of. You're not the boss of when it's bedtime, you're not the boss of when the lights go down, because sometimes those are useful reminders coming from people other than her parents. Those are want, need, wear, read gifts. Now these will be divided up amongst wrapped gifts under the tree and the Santa sack. We don't have specific other gifts that come from Santa, but the bigger gifts, the want gifts, will definitely come from us as parents. I think the pajamas will also be parent gifts, because I think it would be too much of a giveaway if then we were giving the same pajamas to the cousins in our wrapped gifts. I think that our little smarty pants might start to cotton onto something there. But in the Santa sacks, as well as probably the headlamps and the books, we will be putting a card for their Yoto player. So all of them will have Yoto players by then, as Link is getting one for his first birthday. So he is going to get Where's Spot and Other Stories. Freddie is going to get a bear called Paddington. And Violet, I think, is ready for Matilda. At the moment, she's really stuck into the Famous Five books. She's very good with slightly more complex stories. So I think she is going to really enjoy getting to know Matilda, because we all know that is one of literature's great smart little girls. And the other thing that I'm going to be putting in Santa sacks for Violet and Freddie are these tooth sparkles. So they're little teeth cleaning tablets. They've got calcium, vitamin D and xylitol, which is protective to teeth and terribly poisonous to dogs, just FYI. And we've had a tub of these before and they were obsessed. So after we brushed their teeth every evening, they'd get a tooth sparkle, and it was just like this massive treat, which I thought was hilarious. So I'm going to put one of these in each of their Santa sacks. Linky is too young, obviously, but I might find something teeth related for him. I'm not sure yet, maybe a new toothbrush or something. And then when they get them out, we can put their names on them and they can have one of these each night for bed. I also think that I might include a little consumable in the Santa sacks, like a packet of crackers or something, just for the novelty of it, the fact that that's theirs and they get to choose when they eat it or something. Yeah, just for fun. The final item on our Christmas roundup is something to share. And we had that all planned and bought, and then we added a little extra thing. So I'll show you the extra thing first. Our kids, particularly our oldest, needs a lot of gross motor activity to keep her regulated. So this is a trapeze with rings. We haven't totally decided if we're going to put this on our outdoor swing set or on the indoor climbing gym that we have just added in downstairs, but wherever we put it, we can move it around. Big share gift is from Tinnertots. It is the Muffick Puzzle Floor Sensory Mats. I don't know, it seems to have a really long and overcomplicated name, but they are these rubbery mats that fit together like a very large puzzle in all sorts of different formations, and they are different textures. So you've got, I think that's the dino eggs one, a mini dino egg, this sort of road surface. So I just picked a mixed set, but you can choose them individually. That's like a grass, more bumps. They've kind of created them with a visual pattern to be appealing to children as well, and obviously the bright colors. That's seashells, and a bigger sort of egg pattern. So these will be great for sensory input. Miss Almost 5 is a sensory seeker, and she does a lot of sensory seeking with her feet in particular, which is kind of what led me to these in the first place. And Freddie just loves to follow along with anything that she does. Linky, I think, will enjoy these as he's heading into that crawling stage and finding out about different surfaces, a lot of exploration, and the ability to form them into different patterns and puzzles, I think, is great. They like to make their own obstacle courses downstairs with the pieces of our Nook couch, the hoops from the Love Every set, and the pickler triangle, the wobble board, all those big bits of gross motor that we have. So I think this set will contribute to that. So there are 8 pieces in this set. Then on top of those, I added in the Magic Rotana set. which comes in this box. And it's 2 pieces, again, that fit in with the rest of the puzzle, but they spin. So at first when I took them out of the box, I was like, oh, they don't really spin, but then I stood on them and you can actually twist your whole self around really quite quickly. So if you've got kids who are in the orientation schema or any kind of sensory seeker, these are really good fun. I think you could potentially really slip on them if you weren't aware that they spun. These are set on more of a hard plastic tile than the silicone that the others are on, or the rubber, I don't really know. But they fit in nicely. And this set came with this tiny little puzzle piece, which I guess we could use as a keyring. I'm not really entirely sure. Maybe Linky can just chew on that. I'm not sure. I hope that if you are stuck for gifts for your kids 5 and under, that maybe you've picked up some inspiration here, but I would also love to hear what you are getting your kids for Christmas so that I can pick up some ideas for the future. So leave any good ideas in the comments below. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas and I'll see you back soon. So this little guy was on hand while I was filming, since he's not in a position to give away any Christmas secrets. And I think he approves of his present. What do you reckon, Linky? Oh, very fun. See these wheels? Oh, what could someone want?